Okay, here we go. We're going to be solving systems of linear equations by the method of elimination or linear combination. They mean the same method. So elimination or linear combination, if you were to Google that or put that in Khan Academy, it's the same method. Okay, we're using the addition property of equality. Okay, opposites, you so master and understand the concept of opposites, right? Okay, so give me the opposite of the below. You don't have to copy this part. I mean, you understand it. Okay, so here we go. What's the opposite of positive 5x? You would say minus 5x because it gives you 0, right? If I was to combine them, it would give me 0. Okay, what's the opposite of negative 2x? Positive 2x. And if I was to add that, I get 0. What's the opposite of positive y? Negative y. And it gives me 0, right? If you were to sum. What's the opposite of negative 6y? Positive 6y, 0. What's the opposite of positive 7x? Negative 7x. And again, 0. What's opposite of positive 9y? Minus 9y. And 0, so it's so easy. Okay, you understand opposites. Okay, so we're going to go into linear combination. Now, nothing else is written on this sheet. Okay, so I'm going to hang it just right over these steps. It says step 1, pick a variable, x or y, it's up to you. Create your opposites. Now, obviously, I'm shooting this video, so you're going to kind of have to go my way. All right, step 2, add vertically. So variables should be aligned vertically stacked. This is vertically stacked. See how they're lined up, the x term with the x term, and then we just combine the coefficients, right? Coefficients, negative 6, positive 6, 0, positive 7, negative 7, 0. Okay, so that, I'm sorry. That's what add vertically means. So vertically stack your terms. Align them vertically. All right, step 3, one variable should add to 0. The other variable you need to solve for. So we're essentially eliminating one variable to solve for the other. Thus the method of elimination or linear combination is because you have to manipulate it yourself. Okay, step 4, take that variable value and substitute into either of the two original equations for the other variable. And that's like substitution, right? How you find the other one. Okay, step 5, the variable values are the solution to the system. So they're the solution's coordinate point, x, y, it is a solution, okay? Okay, let's get to the first example. Let's get to it. Okay, here we go. Here's our first example. Solve the system. So find the solution. This is super easy because it is done for us. We love problems that are set up for us, right? Okay, so this is level 1, super easy. There's 3 levels. Okay, the second example will be level 2, and then the third example will be level 3. And level 3 would be the most difficult. Okay, so let's solve this. All right, now, this is done for us. Okay, so the first step said, pick a variable, x or y, it's up to you, and create your opposites. Okay, but if I look, your eyes should right away cue in on, I already have opposites, negative 4, and obviously you don't see that, but this is really, right, a positive 4. So I have opposites. So for step 1 saying pick a variable, x or y, up to you, create your opposites, step 1 is done for us. Okay, so then step 4 says, let me put this back just because step 2 says, no, step 4. Step 2 says add vertically down. And then step 3 is solve for that variable. Okay, so if I add vertically down, I'm just going to create a line. And I'm going to combine downwards. So you're going to combine your like terms, right? But they are vertically aligned. They're vertically stacked. X term, Y term, equal sign, constant. Okay, so negative 4 plus 4, that gives me 0. So there are my opposites. Beautiful. Now what's negative 2 plus 8? 6y. And then what's negative 12 minus 24? Negative 36. And so then step 3 is solve for the variable, which is in this case y, because we eliminated variable x. So now I'm going to divide, and this is -6. And so I have my first coordinate, whoops, oh, it's very light, oh well. Right, I have my first coordinate point component, which is -6. Okay, so then step 4 says, take this variable value, take that -6, and substitute it into one of these two equations. Okay, so although substitution is really nice and graphing is really nice, students don't really prefer elimination. But it's actually because, I think it's because once you get your variable, you have to do so much math just to get your second variable, the value of it. Whereas substitution, it's so easy and there's not too much work. Okay, but this one actually, if you understand your numbers, this goes really nicely. Okay, so now that I have -6, you have to choose between these two, which one do you want to use? Okay, does it really matter? Well, why is -6? So I'm going to get -48 here and I'll get +12 here. This is kind of a smaller number, although it wouldn't matter. Okay, so I choose the first term, the first equation. So all I'm doing is rewriting this line here. Okay, and so what am I gonna do? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this -6 and I'm gonna plug it in right here. I'm gonna put the -6 right there, right? Because remember, everything is equal to itself. So y is equal to y. And that's why I'm able to substitute that -6 there. And so what do I get? -4x minus 2, substitute the -6, and I get -12, right, on the other side of the equal sign. All right, so now combine my math. Right? +12? Okay. Inverse operate, right, because here's my equal sign. So I'm going to inverse operate, and I get -24, right, because that goes to 0. Okay, divide by -4, and I get x is 6 as well, correct? Okay, I chose a light color this time. All right, so what is my solution to the system? My solution to the system is my coordinate point, 6, -6. And so this is your answer. Not too bad, right? And that's it. Okay, so this one's really quick. All right, let's go to the second one. And by the way, just like before, I'll stop the video and I'll show you which ones are like it, and I'll write it out for you so that way you can kind of organize, you know, because you have to work on your own. It'll organize your thoughts. Okay, solve the system. Step 1, you choose. Okay, this is not set up for you. So step 1 says, pick a variable. So do you want to pick y or do you want to pick x? And in this case, it wouldn't matter which one because both are solvable. Okay, and you're going to choose to create your opposites. Now, this is +1. This is -3. This is +2. This is +1. Okay, if I choose x, right? So if I choose to create x opposites, right? I have +1x and I have -3x. This is what I have. However, that -3x, what I see is +3x minus 3x. This is what I want. So how do I make this become this? Well, the -3x is still -3x. So this stayed the same. I didn't have to alter. Whoops, sorry, my elbow. I didn't have to alter this. Okay, but the top term, the x, how do I make +1 become +3? Well, you would multiply by a positive 3, right? And that would make a positive 1 times 3 give me 3x. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to multiply a positive 3 times every term on each side of the equal sign. And so if I do that, 3 times 1 is 3x. 3 times 2 is 6y. And 3 times 11 is positive 33. And so now you've created your opposites. If I look at this, I have opposites, negative 3, positive 3. So now I'm going to add downward. And so negative 3 plus 3, here's my 0. 1 plus 6 is 7y, equal sign, and 5 take away 33 is 28. And now divide by 7, and I get y is 4. So we found, I'm going to use a different color because the blue's really light. Okay. So the second level for linear combination or elimination is that you have to create your opposite terms by multiplying by a number. Okay, so now once I have the first value of the variable, I need to find the second one. Okay, so again, what is step 4? Take this value and substitute it into one of the lines. So this is the original, this is an original, this is what I multiplied 3 and I rewrote, right? I manipulated the first one. Okay, we don't want that. You don't want bigger numbers. So I'm going to choose the first line. Okay, so I choose the first line and I get x plus 2y is equal to 11. So all I did was rewrite it. X plus 2y equal to 11, x plus 2y equal to 11. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take this y4 and I'm going to put it right here. Instead of 4, I'm going to replace it with y. And so I get x plus 2 times 4 equal 11. Even though my y's and my 4's kind of look the same. Sorry. Okay, x is equal to, x plus 8 is equal to 11. Subtract 8, right, because here's my equal sign. So you're going to inverse operate. And so x is equal to 3. And so that is a second component to your coordinate point, right? Okay, so you obviously get one solution. Let me just kind of hold it, right? Okay, so what's my intersection point? 3, 4. And so this is my solution. Okay, so that's the second one. Okay, so what's the third one? The third example would be, right, so look, the first example, the opposites were set up for us. Beautiful. The second example, I had to alter one of the given standard form lines to create an opposite. Okay, so then what would be the third? The third example is you have to multiply both lines by a number to create your opposites. Okay. All right, so I'm going to choose x. Okay, so what do I have? So what I have is negative 5x and positive 2x, right? That's right there. Okay, what do I want? I want, well, 10, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 5, 10. 10 works. I want negative 10x and positive 10x. I was starting to multiply. I was going to multiply by the number. Okay, so I can make this negative 5x become negative 2x, and I can make this 2x become positive 10x. Okay, how? Well, I'm going to multiply a number to both. All right, so how do I make negative 2 become negative 10? I'm going to multiply by positive 2, because what's negative 5 times 2? Negative 10. How do I make 2 become positive 10? Whoops. And by the way, we're only multiplying here. No, I have a, it's like a little piece of thread. Okay, I'm going to multiply by 5. So 2 times 5 gives me positive 10. Okay, so that's the linear combination that I'm going to multiply here. So to the top equation, I'm going to multiply 2, and to the bottom one, I'm going to multiply 5. And so what's going to happen is you're going to multiply that to every single term, to the left and to the right of the equal sign. And so when I rewrite these two, you're going to see that I'm going to have opposites. Okay, I won't rewrite it in the red because it's just a whole lot of ink. It's just way too much red popping out at you. Okay, so if I go ahead and write, all right, 2 times negative 5 is negative 10x. 2 times 2 is positive 4y. And 2 times 32, whoops, I'm sorry, is 64. Okay, next. 5 times 2 is positive 10x. 5 times 3, my sleeve, is 15y. And 5 times 10 is positive 50. Okay, so that was just step 1. So you can see that on the harder ones, when you have to manipulate both, it requires the most writing, but you're going to get your answer really quick. Okay, so linear combination or elimination, it does have its strengths. I don't mind it. It's actually pretty nice. Okay, so now what do? I'm going to add vertically. That's step 2. So here's my opposites. Perfect. We did it right. And now combine the rest. 19y is equal to 114. And pardon me while I grab a calculator. Sorry. Okay. 114 divided by 19, 6. Now, you could put it with that fraction button, or you could just go old school and go 114 divided by 19 and 6. Okay, perfect. So I get 6. And so now step 4 is take this value and substitute it into one of these lines. You can use the first, the second, or either of the two manipulated lines. Okay, usually you don't want to go with these because they end up being higher numbers. So usually you like to start off little. I'm going to go for the second one because 2s and 3s, and this is negative and 32. I choose a smaller one. Okay, so I choose the 2x plus 3y is equal to 10. All right. Okay, I'm going to substitute in the 6, and I'm going to throw that right there, right? Okay, so I'm plugging in the 6 right here, and then I'm just going to clean up the math, okay? So 2x plus 3, 6, 10. And so there you go. X is negative 4. Okay, so what is my solution to the system? Negative 4 is 6. And there you are. Okay, your assignment, your work counts. I look at your work. If you are trying to fudge your answers, you're going to get docked, okay? All right, the assignment is, you'll see the PDF, but when I play this for you, I show you the PDF as well. I'll show you which ones go to which of the 3 examples. And yeah, so you're going to see that repeated, although I've already explained it already. Okay? All right, have a good day. I'll see you soon. Bye.